Looking to transform your family game nights? At Perfectly Picked Games, we specialize in family games that bring everyone closer. Our games aren't just fun. Kids and teens will learn how to take turns, develop basic strategy skills, and understand the thrill of winning and grace of losing. With our exclusive gift of games, you can give months of gaming excitement to your family. Choose a 3-month or 6-month gift, and we'll deliver hand-picked family games to your doorstep every month. And here's the best part. Right now, you can use the promo code GOLDENMOJO and receive 20% off your selected plan. Don't miss out on this exclusive offer. Use promo code GOLDENMOJO and save 20% today at Perfectly Picked Games.
Hello, all you spooky chasers. Hop on in the car with Golden J and take a ride down Route 66 as you explore all the haunted and abandoned places left down a road long ghosted. And you never know what hitchhiker might get picked up along the way. So buckle up as we take a haunted trip down 66. Hello, all of my paranormal freaks out there. It is Golden J, and we're taking a haunted trip down 66. Listen, guys, I know it's been a minute. I appreciate everybody's patience as the wheels came off the car on our little road trip here. Yeah, that's right. Everything broke down, and we had to get it fixed. But we're back on track, and hopefully things are looking bright as we continue to head west down Route 66. Well, today, we're going to make a couple stops, and we're going to start in Cuervo, New Mexico, baby. Even in the offbeat world of ghost towns, Cuervo, New Mexico stands apart. Unlike other ghost towns, many of which sprouted up in remote places that spelled the community's doom after residents' livelihoods disappeared, Cuervo was and still is readily accessible. Though largely abandoned decades ago, the desert village remains in full view of I-40, along with thousands of vehicles speed by every day. Curious visitors sometimes take exit 291 onto Frontage Road and then down that little dirt road through what remains of Cuervo. Even the railroad tracks that gave it life keep busy, as trains are rumbling by on schedule. Regardless, this once vibrant community seems destined to be a ghost town, though on at least 2 occasions it looked like it might rally. Cuervo is the Spanish word for raven, a bird in the region, though the roadrunner is actually the state bird. The Rock Island Gulf Railroad likely named it after one of the 2 hills, either Cuervo Hill, which is about 9 miles away, or Cuervo's Peak, which is about a mile northwest of town. The post office opened in 1902, and the town took root when ranchers moved into the area in 1910. But not long after that arrival, the railroad abandoned in favor of a couple different other towns. And then, of course, any hope of growth for cattle shipments at that point just wasn't working because the railroad was not making that a pit stop. Offered a lifeline when road crews laid Route 66 through the center of town in 1926, Cuervo added gas stations, hotels, and stores to cater the passing motorists. And don't forget, they put up 2 churches, 2 schools, and 2 doctors to tend to residents. Population peaked at 300 in the early 1940s, though there was little to recommend it, and even less in 1946. So yeah, I mean, it was up, it was down as far as, but 300 people in a little small town. Another opportunity of rebirth beckoned on the horizon in the late 1960s as I-40 approached Cuervo, but the 4-lane highway, which is has a broad median and shoulders, barreled through the middle of town like a bowling ball through pins, leaving the community split in two. But then the last school was closed and most residents just moved down the line. So Cuervo, New Mexico, once again, up and down as far as rejuvenance. It was like, okay, we're going to come back, and then we're not. And then we're going to come back, and then we're not. The railroad's there. The new I-40 just split it in two. But, let me get this right. The Santa Nina de Achachi Catholic Church, which still stands in Cuervo, actually still holds services occasionally. So there you go. Cuervo, New Mexico, baby. Just another little ghost town on Route 66. Next, we're headed down to Santa Fe, and we're going to go to the Los Posada Hotel. This is seriously a place of beauty, culture, and guess what? Lingering spirits. Long before there was a resort, there was a home. A dramatic 3-story brick French Second Empire mansion, which was built in 1882 by the successful merchant Abraham Stab, Staab. But he built that for his wife Julia. This mansion was the first of its kind in Santa Fe and a symbol of agriculture. Julia and Abraham entered Santa Fe society in grand style, but life took an emotional toll. After the death of Julia's youngest child and multiple miscarriages, she fell into deep depression and reportedly withdrew into her private quarters. And then, in 1896, she died at the age of 52. Of course, in the 1930s, the mansion was enveloped into a larger hotel and eventually became part of today's luxury La Posada de San Fe Resort and Spa. I think this kind of blends the historic elegance and modern comfort. The most famous spirit here is, of course, Julia. Guests and staff describe seeing a woman in period attire, and in some stories, a flowing dark Victorian gown, guiding through the old corridors of the original mansion, standing near fireplaces, and lingering at the top of the grand staircase. The first known modern sighting occurred in 1979 when a janitor mopping floors glimpsed a woman dressed in a black Victorian clothes, hair in a tight bun near the fireplace. The figure vanished as quickly as she appeared. Julia is not normally described as aggressive, but she is often linked to eerie phenomenons, like the fireplace that turns on and off by itself, chandeliers that sway when no breeze is present, and glasses flying off shelves in the bar. Some guests have reported cold spots and flickering lights near her former bedroom, now known as room 256, which has become the hotspot for paranormal enthusiasts. Others recall a faint scent of roses, which was Julia's favorite flower, and lingering when there is no roses in the place. Over the years, the hotel employees and guests have shared their chilling stories. Like this housekeeper who refused to enter room 256 alone after hearing quiet sobbing in the empty room, followed by a sudden drop in temperature. A business traveler documented audio recordings captured a woman's voice whispering, "Help me," in the dead of the night. The photographer that showed misty figures near windows, figures that could not be explained away. In other reported moments, staff hear knocking from behind sealed doors, objects repositioning themselves, and motion sensors trigger with no visible cause. And of course, since these have, they defy scientific explanation, they have fueled the hotel's reputation as one of New Mexico's most haunted stops. Paranormal teams have visited Los Posada, setting up EMF detectors and thermal imaging cameras. Across multiple nights, investigators report unexplained electromagnetic spikes and cold pockets moving along the third floor corridor, and some areas tied closely to Julia's spirit. Recordings made with spirit boxes and EVP devices have yielded voices and responses that investigators couldn't account for through natural means. While skeptics argue such data could stem from equipment quirks or psychological suggestions, believers see a tapestry of evidence suggesting a ghostly presence still roams the property. Many local tales point that Julia's intense attachment to her home and the loss that marked her final years. And they say this is probably why she is still there. Though historical records don't confirm every detail of these stories, the emotional narrative endures and resonates with those who visit. Some versions of the legend suggest she waits for her lost child or for the life that she once had, a spectral figure forever bound to her beloved abode. So if you guys are down there in Santa Fe, head down to the Los Posada Hotel, get yourself a room, and if you can get it, get room 256. You never know what you might catch. All right, guys. Thank you for coming back as we head down Route 66. As we finish this last section, we're heading on down to California. We're going to get there, but we have a few more stops along the way. Don't forget to check out our website, theunitedstatesparanormal.com. And as always, keep it spooky, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you for listening to the United States of Paranormal podcast. Check us out at theunitedstatesofparanormal.com, where you can find our Spotlight of the Month, Fan of the Month, and all of our amazing merchandise. Or you can find us on social media at Facebook at the United States of Paranormal, Instagram at the United States of Paranormal, and YouTube at the United States of Paranormal 1795. And don't forget, we are now on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/2sop.
Please check out the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network of podcasts. Golden 80s, Indiana Chiefs Fans, Gridiron Kings, Murd Nerds, The Nostalgia Tug, Real Terror, and the Puck Yeah podcast. But you can still find Golden Image Podcast, A Quart of Books and Booze, and The Call Guys, wherever you stream your favorite podcasts.
And if you have a location or a story that you would like for us to check into, please email us at theunitedstatesofparanormal@gmail.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen. Thank you for all of your support. Bye.